Welcome back, you guys, to another video with Living the Life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be discussing a rather controversial topic, which is the problem with positive people. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, like,
girl, you sound crazy.
But trust me, there is a method to my madness. So basically, I'm gonna just go ahead and hop right into this. The reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because there are a lot of misconceptions out there about what positivity is. I guess maybe for about the last year or so, I have been on my own positive journey, my own spiritual journey, and I've just been learning a lot about myself as well as others. So as you begin to learn more about yourself, you begin to see other people and the world in just a different light. And that is what I have been experiencing lately. And one thing that I do come across a lot is people's misconception of what they think a positive person, how they should carry themselves, or things that they should say, or things that they should do. And at the end of the day, a positive person is still a person nonetheless, okay? Positive people are still human beings. So sometimes I think we do get confused about what we think positivity is. Everyone expects a positive person to carry themselves a certain way, to say certain things, to do certain things, to dress a certain way, to hang out with certain people. I'm not sure where all of that comes from, but that's why this topic is pretty controversial, and that's why I just wanted to kind of discuss this. Now, one thing that I have noticed myself is that a lot of influencers that are on a spiritual path or that are of the positive community or the positive nature, they tend to carry themselves a certain way where onlookers begin to feel like they have to be positive all the time. And it's not the influencer's fault. They don't want to show any type of negativity because they don't want to discourage the onlookers, or they don't want to make them feel like they're not positive, or whatever. So a lot of people get really burned out with trying to carry this facade of being positive. But one thing about positivity, the number one rule about being a positive person, is that you have to have balance. And with balance comes negative emotions, negative feelings, negative thoughts, just negativity. No one wakes up and is just positive all day long, every single day of their life, happy, happy, happy on the mountaintop. I don't believe anyone's like that. And if you are out there, look, I really commend you, because that takes a lot of effort, like a lot of effort, a lot of discipline. But you do not have to wake up, day in and day out, always have to be happy, always have to be smiling, always have to be cheerful to be a positive person. And I had to learn that along the way, because I also thought the only way I can be a positive person is if I fight against those negative emotions or fight against those negative feelings, where really that was just making the matters worse. That was just making my situation worse, because I was trying to fight against what was natural. It's okay to have negative feelings. It's okay to have negative emotions. It's okay to not be on cloud nine every single day, you guys. The key is you have to have balance. You have to know and you have to understand that you are a human, okay? You are going to experience those emotions. I learned along the way that when I am feeling down, or when I am disappointed, when I'm hurting, when I'm heartbroken, when I'm frustrated, when I'm angry, I accept those feelings. I literally tell myself, like, you know what, Delisha, you're angry. You know what, Delisha, you're frustrated. You know what, Delisha, you're stressed out. The problem comes when you're trying to fight against the current emotions that you feel. So when you are upset, when you are angry, it's okay to bask in that. Now, I'm not saying go harm people or babies or animals or anything like that. Now, don't hurt anybody. Don't do anything like that. But if you just want to lay in your bed all day and cry because you're stressed out, do that. If you want to scream into a pillow, do that. Allow yourself to be angry. If you need to shut off your phone for a day just to collect yourself, just to reset, just to unplug. Allow yourself that time. And anybody that makes you feel bad because you have to separate yourself just to survive, those people do not need to be in your life, because they obviously do not understand your survival tactics. And especially if you are an introvert like myself, and that is a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day, trust me. But it is okay to be upset, you guys. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be angry. It's okay to be disappointed. And one thing that I hear a lot, I've experienced this so many times, people say,
girl, why are you mad about that? It's not that big of a deal. Like, why are you letting that get to you? It's not that big of a deal.
but it's like, no, it's that big of a deal to me. It might not bother you. You may not care about it. It may not, ruffle your feathers, but it hurts my feelings, and I'm going to express that, And it's like people expect you to be like Superwoman or Superman and to never be upset and to never have emotions, never let them see you sweat. That is like, I'm sorry, but that is some BS. Like, if I'm upset, I am going to show you that I'm upset, okay? If something's on my mind, I'm going to let you know something's on my mind. If you hurt me, I'm going to let you know that you hurt my feelings. And then we can, work through it, and then we can move on. Nothing comes out of you holding everything in. You are doing a disservice not only to yourself, but to those around you, to your family members, to your friends, to your children, to your spouse, to your colleagues, to your co-workers. You are doing a disservice to them as well, because if you are harboring all of that inside and never allowing that to come out, you're not, doing a service for anybody. So that's why I wanted to briefly talk about that. Just the problem with positivity, the problem with positive people. We do not always have to walk around happy all the time. I can have a bad day and feel 100% miserable and still call myself a positive person. That is possible to do that, because I know that what I'm feeling at the moment, it's not gonna last. The feelings is not gonna last. But the issue is people trying to act like they're not hurting, People trying to act like they're not upset. People trying to act like they're not stressed out. It is okay to be all of these things. People hurt your feelings. People hurt your feelings. You can't control what people do to you, but you can't control how you react to what they've done to you. So you cannot control what people say to you. You cannot control what people do to you. They're gonna, people are gonna hurt you regardless whether you want them to or not. It's just the way that it works. You have to learn and you have to understand that just because you are experiencing a bad day or just because you are experiencing negative emotions does not mean you're not a positive person, okay? It does not mean that. It's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to struggle emotionally, to struggle mentally. I don't know what it is nowadays where everybody feels like they have to have it all together. They gotta have this much money. They gotta drive this car. They gotta live in a house this big. Hey, can't never let nobody, see them sweat. I never want anybody to know that I'm upset. And it's just like, why? Why do you want to carry yourself in that manner? Like, you're only pretending to be something that you're not at that moment because you're upset. Be upset. So that's my little spill on that topic, the problem with positivity. I hope you guys enjoyed my little pillow talk session here. Feel free, like I said before, feel free to leave any comments, any ideas that you have, any topics that you want me to discuss, any topics that you would like to get my perspective on, anything like that, you guys. But I do thank you so much for tuning in to my pillow talk session today, and let me know what you guys think. Do not forget to subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment like I mentioned before, and make sure you share with your friends and your families. I love you guys. Bye.